एवरीवन, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। तो आज हम MCQs क्वेश्चन विद आंसर्स देखेंगे मोशन एंड मेजरमेंट्स के टॉपिक के हिसाब से। 6th क्लास का टॉपिक है मोशन एंड मेजरमेंट्स। तो उसके हिसाब से हम वो लेसन्स के टॉपिक के हम क्वेश्चन आंसर्स देखेंगे। चलिए अब व्हेन वेयर एरोप्लेन्स डेवलप कब किए? 1900 में। एरोप्लेन्स वेर डेवलप्ड इन द अर्ली ईयर ऑफ 1900। तो अब देखो, विदाउट मेजरमेंट्स it is difficult to take decision about the of things, size, color, quality, length. Without measurement, it is difficult to take decisions about the of things. Length नहीं तो अपन measurements नहीं कर सकते. Yes, answer length. Without measurement, it is difficult to take decision about the length of the things. Next, dash is the distance from elbow to the tip of the middle finger. Ribbon, inch tape, cubit. None of these. Maybe cubit. Answer cubit. Cubit is the distance from below to the tip of the middle finger. What was Greek's unit of length? Greek's unit of length. Answer foot. C. Foot was Greek's unit of length. When was stand unit of measurements created? Stand unit of measurement created. When was? Means 1970. In 1970, a stand unit of measurement was created. The French create a stand unit of measurement called metric system. C. Metric system. France created a stand unit of measurement called the metric system. The stand unit of measurement is known as international system of unit, metric system, national system. None of these. International system of unit. Answer A. The stand unit of measurement is known as international system of unit. Next, what is the unit of measuring large distance? Kilometers, meters, centimeters, millimeters. Kilometers. Kilometers is the unit of measuring large distance. What does your PT teacher use to measure the length of the playground? Metal tape, meter scale, long tape, wooden meter scale, long tape. Yes, long tape. Our PT teacher used long tape to measure the length. Name the scale used in school science laboratory. Meter tape, meter scale, long tape, wooden meter scale. Wooden meter scale. Wooden meter scale used in school laboratory. Name the motion. 11th one. Name the motion in which the object remains at the same distance from a fixed point. Rotational motion, circular motion, periodic motion. None of these. Name the motion in which the object remains at the same distance from a fixed point. Circular motion. In circular motion, the object remains at the same distance from a fixed point. Next, a motion when an object as a whole moves about an axis is. A motion when an object as a whole moves about an axis is rotational motion, circular motion, periodic motion. None of these. Rotational motion. In rotational motion, an object as a whole moves about an axis. Next, in motion, an object repeats its motion after a fixed interval of time. Rotational motion, circular motion, periodic motion. None of these. In motion, an object repeats its motion after a fixed interval of time? Periodic motion. Option C. Its periodic motion, an object repeats its motion after a fixed interval of time. Dash is a rough or approximate measurements by one's sense. Estimate, handspan, measurements, none of this. Estimation. Estimation is a rough and approximate measurement by one's sense. An object used in ancient times to measure the length was estimation, handspan, measurements, none of these. Handspan. An object used in ancient times to measure the length was handspan. Option B. The distance between thumb and little finger of the stretched palm is estimation, handspan, measurement, none of these. Handspan. Option B. The distance between thumb and little finger of the stretched palm. The, the comparison of an unknown quantity when some known fixed quantity of the same kind is called measurement. C. The comparison of an unknown quantity with some known fixed quantity of the same kind is called measurement. The part of the measurement of any unknown quantity which express name is called unit, meter, unit of measurement, SI unit of measurement. Option C. The part of the measurement of any unknown quantity which express name is called unit of measurement. The non-fixed quantity used to measure the unknown quantity by comparison is called unit. Option A. The non-fixed quantity used to measure the unknown quantity by comparison is called unit. SI unit of length is unit, meter, unit of measurement, none of these. Meter. Option B. SI unit of length is meter. Dash is the change in the position of an object. Motion, oscillatory motion, rectilinear motion, none of these. Motion. Motion is the change in the position of an object. Next. In which type of motion the object changes its position with time? Along a straight line, rectilinear motion, oscillatory motion, circular motion, none of these. Option A. To and for motion of an object about its position is straight motion, oscillatory motion, rectilinear motion, none of these. Option B. Oscillatory motion. How did people travel from one place to another place in earlier times? Earlier times means on foot, on bus, on aeroplanes, on ship. Earlier times means on foot. Yes. In earlier times, people used to travel from one place to another place on foot. Next, 1 centimeter. यहाँ पे है देखो. Next यहाँ पे cloth, tailors, carpenters and carpenters and mechanics. So cloths use metal tapes and measuring tape. Use metal tapes for measuring. Meter scales is used. Measuring tape is used. Answers. Cloth, meter scales is used. Tailors, measuring tape is used. Carpenters use metal tapes and measuring tape. Mechanics use metal tape for measuring. So 1 centimeter, 10 millimeters. 1 dm 0.1 meters, 1 kilometer 1000 meters, 1 meter 100 centimeters. Answer yes, 1 centimeter 100 millimeters, 1 dm 0.1 meters, 1 kilometers 1000 meters, 1 meter 100 centimeters. Next, true or false? Spinning top as a whole moves about an axis is circular motion. False. Yes, false. Next, motion of seconds hand in a clock is periodic motion. False. Motion of a branch of a tree is periodic motion. True. Motion of a branch of a tree is periodic motion. True. Motion of blade of an electric fan is circular motion. True. Motion of vehicles on a straight road is rectilinear motion. True. Electric brains are 20th century contribution in the field of transport. True. Motion is the change in position of an object. True. Foot was Greek unit of width. Yes. False. SI unit of length is kilometers. False. Carpenters use meter scales and measuring tapes. True. 1 meter is dash centimeter, 100 centimeters. 5 kilometer is 5000 meters. Yes. Motion of a child on a swing is periodic motion. Motion of a wheel of a bicycle is rotational motion. Motion of a needle of a sieving machine is periodic motions. यहाँ तक 6th क्लास के कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं मोशंस एंड मेजरमेंट्स. अब 7th क्लास में मोशंस के बारे में कुछ है तो देख के उसके MCQs देखेंगे. 7th क्लास मोशन एंड टाइम इसके टॉपिक्स है और भी हम MCQs देखेंगे. तो 6th क्लास का मोशन एंड मेजरमेंट कंप्लीट हो चुका है, तो आप 7th क्लास का मोशन एंड टाइम के बारे में देखेंगे. तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द स्पीड ऑफ ए कार इज 440 किलोमीटर पर आवर. What is the time taken to reach from one city to another city if the distance between the two cities is 480 kilometers? Answer: 10 hours, 11 hours, 14 hours, 12 hours. 12 hours. The time is taken by a car is 12 hours. Next, 72 kilometers per hour, meter per second. 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर है तो मीटर्स पर सेकेंड ऑप्शन बी 20 meters per second. The stand unit of a time is hour, minute, second, all of these. Second. C. The stand unit of a time is second. The clock used now at days or quarters, minutes, seconds, all of these. Quarters. Option A. When weight of bomb in a pendulum is increased, then the oscillation period of a pendulum is increased, decreased, no change, can't stay, decreased. When weight of bomb in pendulum is increased, the oscillation period of pendulum is decreased. The stand unit of length is meter, kilometer, meter per second, kilometer per hour. Meters. The stand unit of length is meter. The stand unit of mass is kg, kilogram, is the unit of mass. The stand of unit of temperature is temperature. K is the unit of temperature. Option A. Distance, d equal to s into t, d equal to t by s, d equal to s by t, d equal to 1 by t into s, d equal to s into t, d equal to s into t. Time, t equal to d into s, t equal to s by d, t equal to d by s, or t equal to 1 by s into d. So answer is C, t equal to d by s. The distance moved by the object in a unit time is time, distance, speed. Can't say speed. Option C. The distance moved by the object in a unit time is speed. The pictorial representation of two variables in turn depends of one another is known as motion graph. Speed, time. Graph is a pictorial representation of two objects. If an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, then the object it is said to have non-uniform motion, oscillation, none of these. Uniform motion. A straight line covers equal distance in equal interval of time is uniform motion. A device used to measure the speed of vehicle is odometer, graph, speedometer, none of these. Speedometer measure the speed of the vehicles. The to and fro motion of the practical about it means position is called interval vibration, pendulum vibration. To and fro motion is vibration. The most common example of periodic motion or oscillatory motion is interval, pendulum, simple pendulum, speedometer. Simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is periodic or oscillatory motion. The time interval between one sunrise and next sunrise is called a year, month, day, a week, day. The intertime interval between one sunrise to next sunrise is a day. Which of the following motion is circular motion? Motion of the child over seesaw, motion of a car running on a straight road, motion of an electric bell hammer, motion of a child in a merry-go-round. Motion of a child in a merry-go-round. A child in a merry-go-round is circular motion. A simple pendulum takes 32 seconds complete 20 oscillation. 32 s completes 20 oscillation. What is the time period of pendulum? 640, 0.625, 1.60, none of these. 0.625. Option B. The time period of pendulum is 0.625. Distance between two cities is measured in meters, kilometers, seconds, kilograms. Kilometers. Distance between two cities is measured by kilometers. Motion of a train on a straight, oscillatory motion, circular motion, uniform motion, straight line motion. Straight line motion. A train on a straight bridge is straight line motion. A device used to measure the distance moved by a vehicle. Odometer, speedometer, both, none of these. Odometer. An odometer measured the distance moved by the vehicle. The time taken by the earth to make one revolution around the sun is called a day, week, month, year. The earth make one revolution around the sun in a year. The motion of the vibrating particles from one extreme position to another extreme position about it means position is speed, circulation, oscillation, none of these. Oscillation. The motion of vibration particles is circulation. The time taken by a vibration body to complete one vibration is option A speed, option B time of period, option C distance, none of these, all of these. Time of period. The time taken by a vibrate body to complete one vibration is time period. Next, a horse pulling a cart has oscillatory motion, circular motion, linear motion, none of these. Oscillatory motion. A horse pulling a cart has oscillatory motion. If the speed of a body moving in a straight line changing then the speed of the body is non-uniform. If the speed of a body moving in a straight line changes, then the speed of the body is non-uniform. An earth completes one revolution around the sun in 1 day, 1 year, 1 hour, none of these. 1 year. An earth completes one revolution around the sun in a year. Next, simple pendulum is an example of periodic motion, circular motion, linear motion, none of these. Periodic motion. Periodic motion is an example of a simple pendulum. An odometer is used to measure speed, distance, motion, none of these. Distance is measured by an odometer. The hammer of an electric bell has motion. Circular motion, vibratory motion, linear motion, periodic motion. Vibratory motion. The hammer of an electric bell has vibratory motion. The unit of speed of train is meter per hour, meter per second, kilometer per hour, mile per second, kilometer per hour. The unit of speed of train is kilometer per hour. Next, the time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation is oscillation period 1 second, time period, frequency. Time period. The time taken by a pendulum to complete one oscillation is time period. Next, the correct relations for speed is speed equal to distance by time, speed equal to time by distance, speed equal to distance into time, speed equal to 1 by distance into time, speed equal to distance by time. Option A. The speed of a train is 60 kilometers per hour. The distance covered by the train is 4 kilometers. Would be 15 kilometers, 240 kilometers, 1 by 15 kilometers, none of these. 240 kilometers. Option B. The distance covered by a train would be 240 kilometers. Classify the following as motions is oscillatory motion. Option A. Motion of your hands while running. Motion of a horse pulling a cart on a straight road. Motion of a child in a merry-go-round. Motion of a train on a straight line. Classify the following as motion is oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion. A motion of your hands while running. Option A. Which of the following is correct statement? The basic unit of time is second. Every object moves with a constant speed. Distance between two cities is measured in meters. The time period of a given pendulum is not constant. The basic unit of time is second. Option A. The graph between distance time for a body at a rest is a straight line parallel to a distance axis, straight line parallel to time axis, curved line, straight line, straight line parallel to time axis. Option B. Next, a car cover a distance of 220 kilometers in 4 hours. What is its speed? 50 kilometers per hour, 55 kilometers per hour, 224, 224 kilometers per hour, 880 kilometers per hour, 55 kilometers per hour. The speed of a car is 55 kilometers per hour. The graph between distance and time for a non-uniform motion is a curved line, constant, straight line, none of these. The graph between distance and time for a non-uniform motion, curved lines. Option A. The graph between distance and time is curved line from non-uniform motion. Next, a car covers 40 kilometers in first hour, 115 kilometers in next 2 hours, and 45 kilometers in next 1 hour. Find out its average speed. Option 100 kilometers. Option B 66.6 kilometers per hour. Option C 50 kilometers per hour. Option D none of these. So 50 kilometers per hour. Answer. Next, the SI unit of speed is meter per second, kilometers per minute, kilometers per hour, kilometers per second, meter per second. M by S. First one. The SI unit of speed is M by S. Mary go round over seesaw your hands while running. Your hands while running. Train on a straight line. Horse pulling a cart. Answer. Merry-go-round, circular motion. Over seesaw, oscillatory motion. Your hands while running, oscillatory motion. Train on a straight line. Horse pulling a cart, linear motion. Next, 365 days. 365 days, 10 years, 10 decades, 10 centuries. So 1 millennium equal to 100 years, 1000 years, 100 years, 1 century equal to 100 years, 1 decade, 1 year. 365 days, 1 year, 100 years, 1 decade, 10 decade, 100 years, 10 centuries, 1000 years. Next, the basic unit of time is second. True. Every object moves with an constant speed. False. The time period of a given pendulum is not constant. True. The speed of a train is expressed in meter per hour. False. Distance between two cities is measured in kilometers. True. Motion of your hands while running is oscillatory motions. True. Simple pendulum is an example of linear motion. False. Speedometer is used to measure distance. False. Minute is the basic unit of time. False. Second is the larger unit of time. False. Working of a clock depends on periodic motion. True. When an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, however small be the intervals, when we say that it is in uniform motion. True. The motion of The motion of vehicles on a straight road is in straight line. Revolving of earth around the sun is dash motion, uniform motion. Running athlete is the example of dash motion, non-uniform motion. The weight should swing freely on being distance to one side and realized in dash. Oscillations. The time taken by a pendulum to complete an oscillation is called the period of oscillation. Next, on increase the length of pendulum, the oscillation period also increase. Dash measures the distance moved by the vehicle. Odometer. Dash records speed directly in kilometers per hour. Speedometer. At horse pulling a cart has linear motion. Dash is a metallic ball of a pendulum. Bob of pendulum. Next, the basic unit of speed is meter per second. The speed is distance by distance time. Speed equal to distance into time. Distance lime. So, 7th class motion and time MCQs, multiple choice क्वेश्चंस, क्वेश्चन विद आंसर्स पूरे चैप्टर लेसन के कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं. और नेक्स्ट 9th क्लास का मोशन टॉपिक, सेम टॉपिक, मतलब 6th क्लास में है, 7th क्लास में है और 9th क्लास में भी है. तो 6th क्लास का देख चुके हैं, 7th क्लास का देख चुके हैं, आप 9th क्लास का देखेंगे. हु गेव द 9th क्लास का चैप्टर मोशन. सो इसके मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस देखेंगे हम. 6th क्लास, 7th क्लास, अब 9th क्लास है. तो हु गेव द इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशंस फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम? आंसर नोबल, न्यूटन, रामन, आइंस्टाइन. आंसर बी, न्यूटन. यस. नेक्स्ट, acceleration calculator computes the rate of the changes of an object speed easily. It takes time velocity as input and generates accelerations or as output quickly. Question number 2. The displacement of an object in a unit time is called speed, velocity, acceleration, average speed, velocity. Next, the rate of change of velocity per second is known as acceleration, speed, average velocity, linear motion, acceleration. If the velocity of an object changes from an initial value u to the final value v in time t, the acceleration will be a equal to v minus u by t. So answer a equal to v minus u by t, option A. What is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second, meter per m by s square, ms, or m by s cube, m by s square. The unit of speed and velocity both in ms minus 1, ms minus 2, ms square, ms minus 1. The unit of speed and velocity both in ms minus 1. A particle is moving in a circular path of radius r. The displacement after half a circle would be 0, pi r, 2r, 2 pi r, 2r. A body is thrown vertically upwards with velocity u. The greatest height h to which it will rise is u by g, u square by 2g, u u power 2 by g, or u by 2g, u power 2 by g 2g. Option B. The the slope of a velocity time graph gives the distance, the displacement, the acceleration, the speed. The acceleration. If the displacement of an object is proportional to the square of time, then the object moves with uniform velocity, uniform acceleration, increase acceleration, decrease acceleration, uniform acceleration. Next, Newton dash law is based on the concept of uh, inertia. First law, Newton first law. Negative acceleration is known as retardation. If the path of a moving object is a straight line, then such a motion is known as linear motion. Dash and dash led down the scientific foundation of concept of motion, Galileo and Newton. Velocity is dash quantity, vector quantity. During the uniform motion of an object, long and straight line, the velocity remains dash with time constant. The initial velocity of an object moving from the position of rest is 0. The displacement of the object in a unit time is called velocity. Acceleration is a measurement of the change in the velocity of an object per unit of time. True. The acceleration of an object is indirectly proportional to the net applied force. False. Motion is a change of position. It can be described in terms of the distance moved or the distance displacement. True. The simplest type of motion is the motion along a straight line. True. Automobiles are fitted with a device that shows the distance traveled. Such a device is known as an odometer. True. Match the followings. CGS unit of acceleration, cm by s power 2. Motion of a pendulum, simple harmonic motion. Scalar quantity, distance. Momentum, vector quantity. Acceleration, velocity, time. Answer in one word sentence. Write the unit of momentum, kg m by s or kg m s power minus 1. Give one example of simple harmonic motion. Motion of the pendulum of a clock. A body is moving with constant velocity. Then what will be the acceleration of the body? 0. Next, what does the odometer of an automobile measure? The distance traveled. The motion of an athlete moving along a circular path is an example of what type of motions? Accelerated motions. So यहाँ तक motion and time, motion and measurements and motions, ये 3 टॉपिक्स एक ही टॉपिक 3 क्लासेस में है. तो पूरे मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस कैसे देंगे पूरे कवर हो गए हैं. टोटल करीब 100 के ऊपर है. और लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना. अल्लाह हाफिज़. बाय. टेक केयर. ऑल द बेस्ट.